I have some gold jewelry here, and I have some nails and a hairpin there. And I have a Fisher F4. The operating frequency of this detector is about 6 kilohertz. I also have a Deus 2, and I'll show you the difference between the Deus 2 in the lower frequencies and in high frequencies. And this detector is just single frequency here, right? I'm gonna test this gold here right on the surface of this tray here, and then I'm going to take it and put it on top of the ground. See the difference? This is a lower frequency machine, so I'll just turn this detector on, show you how much iron is over here, right? That's the iron tone, right? All this is iron, right? Oh, there. All this iron here, right? Reading 29 there. 20. Now watch what the iron reads up at here. 12. 13, 12, 13. Put this right there. It's gone. Right. It's gone. Right. We'll put it right up top here. Right. There's nothing right here. Right. There's nothing there. In the 20s. Put it right above the ground there. So what I'll do is I'll reject the iron out here. Right. I'll just discriminate here. I've just rejected the iron out. Now that gold is gone. Right. The gold's gone. Take this bracelet right here. Put this right here. Read that 17, 19, 20. I've rejected the iron out. Listen to it. See? I've rejected the iron out. Only the iron. 1 and 2 is rejected here. Now I'll take this gold here and just put it right on top of the surface here. It's gone. Right. It's gone. I'll take it and put it right on top of here again. Right. Oops. Right on top there. It's hitting it. It's lower frequencies, right? Once you get detectors over the ground or in some EMI, that's when you're putting the detector in a load. You're not putting the detector under load when you're air testing, right? We'll take this gold ring right here. 18, 20. Put it right on the surface there. It's gone. I'll open it up here. Zero discrimination here. All that iron gives me the same tone as all that other iron. So I'm not looking at my detector the whole time looking for a number above iron, right? I'm going by tones, man. I'll discriminate the iron out, 1 and 2. It's gone. That ring is gone, watch. I'll put this ring right there. Solid 20. Put this gold ring right here. 22, 25. Put it right above the iron there. It's gone. Right. There's just no way. It's over with the lower frequencies, man. Now, watch what happens when my iron's rejected here. So I'll just open it up all the way here. Right. So the iron tone and the foil tone, all this stuff reads up the foil. Here's a nail. That's an iron tone. They're almost the same. It's really hard to tell the difference between that foil tone and the iron tone. They're almost the same tone. It's hard to tell the difference between those two tones. But this is a single frequency machine. There's not really anything I can do to, if I do get some some EMI, I just have to drop the sensitivity down, and once I drop the sensitivity down, it's even worse. It'll perform even worse on these smaller targets here. And like I said, the reality of the hunt, the real world, is different from bench testing and garden testing. Now I'll show you what the high frequency, first I'll show you what the lower frequency does on this machine. Just going to my coin and jewelry program here. I've been using this program a lot lately. I just found not one of these rings yesterday. Yesterday I found some gold with this machine. Turn the volume up here. Already is all the way up. This is the iron hunt. Now I'll put this goal right here. I'm 10 inches away from that target right there. 10 inches away from that target. This is the higher frequencies. I'll just go down to 4 kilohertz here. It's not hitting that 10 inches no more. I have to get right up on it. I'm like right on it, just like that detector. I'm right on it, within an inch. And watch. This is 4 kilohertz. I'll go to 7 kilohertz. I'll put this gold jewelry right on the surface right there. It's gone. Right, it's gone. Now watch, the only thing that I'll change right now is I'll just go up in the frequencies. $40 kilohertz. I'm 8-10 inches away from it right now. Huge difference. The higher frequencies can get through a lot of ground here. So I'll go with this bracelet here. Smashing it. A long way away. Now I'll just go down on frequency here to 4 kilohertz. Almost nothing. I'm right on top of it, almost touching it. Now I'll put it on the surface right there. It's gone. Sounds like iron. Sounds like iron. Now watch what I'll do. I'll go up to 40 kilohertz. I can even get 6 inches away from that, right? 6 inches away from that target there, above it. I'll get this ring right here. 6 or 7 inches away from it right now. I'll go to low frequencies. 4 kilohertz. I'm right on top of it. Not hitting it. You think it's gonna hit it when I put it under load here? Right there, above the iron? No. Sounds like iron. I'm right on top of it, right on top of that target there. Almost touching it. $45 kilohertz. I'm about 2 inches away. Huge, huge, huge difference. Now listen to what these targets sound like. The difference between these targets and iron. Gold. Gold. The gold bracelet here. Gold ring. Gold ring. Gold ring. Now I'll just change frequencies right here to 4 kilohertz. Listen to it. Look at how much closer I have to get to it before it's even responding to it. Here's a necklace right here. She ain't gonna do it. I have to be really close to the coil there. The iron, it responds the same to the iron. It's not hitting that small, this hairpin very good. But this is single frequency. This is single frequency. If I try to put it multi-frequency, it's getting a lot of EMI right in this spot here. A lot of EMI. Especially in a stock program. The hot program mono, I'm not going to attempt it. Frequency has a lot to do with gold, finding gold, especially small gold. You know, rings are pretty easy to find, especially when they're brass rings or some junker rings or silver rings or coins. Coins are really easy to find, right? Because they're a uniform shape and they're larger in mass. They're higher conductive targets, usually coins are, except for small coins. The small coins are harder to find. But it's frequency, really is frequency. And when you put that detector over soil or in high EMI, that's when you're putting it under load. You can't expect the same results on bench tests or on these tests as in the real world too. In the real world, when you get out in the real world, you're going to have a lot of foil, a lot of can slaw, a lot of EMI, tall grass, sometimes wet grass. You know, the soil is the deal breaker. The soil is the deciding factor in finding targets in the ground. We're, like I said so many times, we're not hunting on the surface. We're not hunting in the air. We're hunting for targets beneath the ground or near the surface. Some people are hunting for deeper targets too, but I'm not into that deep target stuff. Really, I'm not my area. There's not going to be a lot of deep. The deep stuff is going to be junk in my area. There's no history here, so I'm going for the shallower targets and separating those iron targets from those lower conductive targets. And some detectors don't really do very well, and the detectors that I've noticed that do not do very well are the lower frequency machines on low conductive targets or on small targets. I'm sure if you have a single frequency or a single tone machine or a VCO machine, it might do better on those lower conductive targets. But when you have a higher frequency machine, it just performs so much better at small jewelry. The multi-frequency machines are more versatile. You know, there's a lot more settings on multi-frequency machines. The Fisher F4 is a pretty simple machine. I didn't even ground balance that machine, you know, the Fisher F4 right here, because there's no way to ground balance the machine into all this iron. You know, you heard it all the iron with the F4 and the Deus 2. There's a lot of iron in this area, and the soil. You know, the minerals in the ground there, just because your soil is not bright red doesn't mean that there's not a lot of minerals in it. You know, there's other minerals that can mess the detector up. So I hunt in some areas that have bauxite in them, and it's kind of like a gray, kind of like a gray or a tan soil. You've seen me hunt in the tan soil before, and we have green clay, we have red clay, we have black clay, and they're just dense in a lot of different types of minerals that really mess detectors up. And the moisture too. Once you get some moisture in the ground, it's all different. You know, your settings will be all different. And then the EMI, you know, the high EMI, you know, in test gardens or on air tests, you can control all that stuff, and you're not really putting the detector under load. Once you start putting the detector under load, you're gonna have to start pushing some buttons and learn that detector. Out in the real world, you know, that's where you do all your learning. That's where you learn how to hunt in the real world, is out in the real world. You're not going to really learn much about the real world if you're just in a test garden or you're doing bench tests all the time, you know. Well, thank you for watching.